All right. The tens of you that saw our wreck video also saw that I blew this thing up. And we're just now fixing it. I mean, got a new bullet over there ready to go. And we're seeing some interesting things.
I mean, number one, we saw cast iron in the intake manifold.
Yeah.
Which is probably a pretty good indicator.
Some little pieces of cylinder down in here.
And there's a crack.
There's a big crack right there. A big crack. You can see that dark line. And then I pulled the dipstick out. And,
I mean,
you know.
it looks normal.
Yeah, so I'm sure something's flying around in there. I mean, it really doesn't look like we were abusing the tune in any way. But it's a stock block 327.
It's a stock bottom end apart from a set of pistons from Speed Pro that are probably also garbage.
17 pounds a piece.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we've abused it, and I think Elvis left the building. From what I can see.
Good chance.
It's bad. It's bad. It gets worse the more we look.
Good chance.
So, I was hoping to salvage these heads. There's going to be some welding. We'll probably salvage them, but there's going to be some welding.
We can pop them out after and have
Yeah, we'll pop them off. Take a look.
have a gander. Just
Curiosity. I can't not do it.
no, I know.
I have to look.
The good part is all our shaft rockers are still mint. Our
Yeah.
my head bolts are probably still savable. The intake's still good, so I mean, there's that. I mean, let's look at positives.
Yeah. The harmonic balancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll salvage a lot.
The headers? I mean, you didn't destroy the headers.
No.
That's good.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, look on the bright side. So this car's been parked 40 years. And we're going to put her back on the road. But first, we have to look at this motor. We're just going to pretend we didn't see that. And we're going to just put that right back on there. There. It's good.
Report.
So the damage... Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's damaged. The head's not maybe as bad as I was afraid it would be.
Holy hell, that's remarkable. I mean, that valve's real fucked.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, I can live with that.
You get wash caps.
Apparently I've got wash caps on this thing. Yeah. That could be worse.
Sir, I think your piston had a malfunction.
Oh my God. Look at this.
Sir, I think your cylinder wall.
This is a piece of connecting rod from the other side in this hole. Because see, this connecting rod is still connected. Look at it.
Yeah, it's connected.
Actually, that connecting rod, that probably came from this side.
Wow.
I don't think we can sleeve this one.
Wow. That is just as screwed as I'm. And it's the whole way. It doesn't have a cylinder left in it. You know, actually, it does have a register at the top and the bottom.
No, it does, but not sure how we.
Oh, it's cracked right through the deck. Look at that.
Not sure how we bore it.
Look at that. Oh my Lanta!
Considering it's cracked in here too.
Holy hell!
Look at this! Look at
Yeah.
this! That's a piece of piston and yeah.
But like, look, bang, 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 bang.
I win the challenge with Brian.
That is as destroyed as I've ever seen.
And look at that!
Well, that
head is not even hurt.
No, it is. It's
Well, yeah, but I mean that's
big.
love tap.
Yeah.
My God, my heads are okay. Have to order some new valves, but and even these pistons. Look at this one.
That one's not connected anymore, sir.
You know, it might be a little damaged, but
It's-
I don't see where we blew ring lines off or anything, though.
Well, why does it have water all the way over there? Is the question.
Well, it might be broke a little, but
Can you wipe that out with something? I really want to.
it's sat there and got rusty all these months. There's pieces in there. I think communication through the intake. Considering the intake was full of iron, like cast iron.
Usually, when the intake's full of cast iron, it's an aluminum intake. It's not a good scenario.
But I guess.
I mean, that really heed its last haul,
It really did.
for lack of a better.
It really did.
Wow. Yeah, that's.
Let's see if that cam's any good anymore.
We need to save that piece of piston.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to send videos to Brian because he did amateur shit.
Yeah,
I blew mine up.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Can confirm. I mean, you destroyed the deck.
I wonder what came first, the chicken or the egg. I mean, did that piston just evaporate?
Because none of the other pistons look like they, like, we'd have to wipe one up, but I don't see where this destroyed the ringland.
I don't know if it just fragmented the other rod and then...
I think a rod broke, to be honest with you. Because pistons look fine. Like, this piston looks...
What did that start out life as?
I think that's a piece of your piston.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I definitely think that's, like, right around the pin boss. See? Like, that's where the pin was. And that's, like... Yeah, that's definitely part of those
Anyway, I think we broke it.
really high dollar pistons.
If I got to go out on a limb here, I'm just going to say, I think... Boy, that's a big piece of piston in there. Like... Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. All right, let's go have lunch.
But, like, judging by this, I don't think it broke.
Yeah, I don't see blowing off ring lines. I don't really see anything in nitrous tune.
I see this one really hit the head hard.
I think probably when
But
the
like-
connecting rod came off, it did that. I don't think.
I think we broke a small. Well, now I wonder which rod that is too.
I think that
we had that one rod that
Yeah.
somebody has
I
changed in
think
that
that
motor.
new rod that they put in with like GM rod bolts. I think that was on one of the corners. I don't know. Anyway,
We'll see.
she's pooched,
She's definitely very.
but my heads are
pooched.
going to be all right. So
That's cool.
we'll pull the cam out and see if the cam's going to survive.
Yeah.
I guess the rest goes in the scrap pile.
Yeah.
Evidently, the crank is pretty well had the biscuit.
Tore shade, for lack of a better
It doesn't
French
look
term.
near as bad as you'd think it would, but it's bad.
It's real
It's,
bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces.
I wonder if that crankgate broke there too, but
Yeah. All right, let's go eat. We got this bad boy started, and we've had a little failure. It sounded pretty good. And then I heard an awful noise. I thought it wound up a belt or something, which it hadn't. Fired back up, and it was just running a lot slower, and I thought it was down a couple cylinders or something. And I started looking, and I saw fire flying through this little hole here. And apparently, the screw came out of the rotor. So that's a new failure I haven't seen before. And I don't understand why it happened either, because nobody's touched the rotor in years. But anyway, gonna get a new one. And then we've been looking over this hot rod. And it wouldn't appear like there was any issues with nitrous tune or anything else. I would say we just plain found the breaking point of a stock GM rod. Somewhere in that 600 to 700 horsepower range, a small journal rod's going to fail. Badly.
might have had to do with the years of RPM too.
Yeah, well, it's been in service a long time. The old block had a pretty good thick cylinder wall for a 60 over block. It was it was tough. It's been a very tough block. Maybe that's partly why. But anyway, just thought it was kind of interesting that it was that. 717 at the 8th, 720 is the other run, so pretty consistent. But not a bad job. Streetcar, 350, 4-speed, but I'm afraid we've wounded it again. Exactly the same way we killed the 327. And here's the deal. I tried to make a nitrous pass. And this damn shifting lever, this shifting arm, the spring clip comes out of it. When you're pulling it hard, I hit that micro switch thinking it had the gear, and it didn't. And that was the end of that. I think it just broke valve springs this time, or a rocker arm or something. It's not killed, but it's wounded. And so obviously it's time to go to a Heim joint style or something on the shift rod, because that's twice now. I've never had those clips pull through like that before, but anyway, this one, it's done it to me twice, and it's hurt 2 motors, so at the end of that. And so we got to dig into this thing and see what the hell we hurt. So a little status report. Obviously the head's off. You can see where I scuffed a little mark off the piston just to give you a little hint of what we found. Started taking rocker arms off. And this spring came off, just like that. All the retainers in place, everything. And the valve obviously didn't. And amazingly, what we have is just a little mark on the piston. Nothing more. The valve didn't break. The valve is just a little warped. Should grind right out. And the head's really not damaged. The guide, we may drive a new guide into it. And obviously we'll have to reface the seats on that hole and just check the other ones. That seems to be pretty straightforward. So she should go back together. And then the shifter situation is going to be resolved with these ends right here. We're going to fix that with bolt-ons. So we'll quit pulling those suckers through. And the shifter will tie up less too, because I was getting a lot of flex in those little spring clips. So this is the thing we need. Should be able to resolve our issues with that. All fixed up. Had a couple used valves that are in good shape, reground them, redid the seats, and put a new guide in there. Took a little sand roll on that head where the valve rubbed it. She's good to go. Cylinder all looks good, there's no issues there. Top of that piston had a little scuff mark. If you look real close, you can see where the valve touched it. And I'm just gonna run it. Don't have time to worry about that stuff. And we'll call her a day right there. Throw her together.
Let the Mexicans pass us, you know, because we're responsible, you know, and we're in Mexico now. We've traveled a long ways. Oh, there's another Mexican coming.
Another Mexican family.
Oh, we have car trouble, so we need to let the Mexicans pass us.
Okay, let's do the hot rod knock together.
It fucking sends. Damn. I love the wheel spin. Street tire sends. Mid.
It's about a mix.
It's mid.